As always, you have been a great help to the dwarves.
It is very important that we have the branches needed to repair the pickaxes. How else can we remove the rubble that blocks the doors of During?
Very good. We will start repairing the pickaxes right away.
You have my thanks once again, Kippen. All the materials have been gathered, and my dwarves will begin working on new pickaxes right away.
Bori is a good boy and will grow into a fine dwarf.
Bori is a good lad and will grow into a fine dwarf. I reckon his preference for tail spinning over hard work will pass in time. My cousin Broger and I were no different when we were his age. It will take some time to fashion the pickaxes from these materials you have delivered. While my dwarves are working on that, I ask you to lend your aid to Broger. If you truly wish to assist the dwarves, not a moment shall be idly spent. You will find my cousin north of here, somewhere along the road that winds up to the Holland Gate. He is gruff, even for his line, but will welcome your help. And let's see where he was. He's all the way up there. Yeah, I have to go around. I have to follow the road. So I think these dwarves are making some decent progress. Hopefully we'll uncover what we need in due time. Alright, Master Broger.
Very busy with my work.
What did you say your name was, Kippen? You call that a name? You'll have to make yourself especially useful if you expect to live that down.
Some madness has taken the worst of this place.
Some madness has seized the wolves of this area, driving the creatures into blind fury. They are far more aggressive than usual for their kind, and I fear that the attack on our expedition before long. Can you hear their shuddering voices in the wind? I sent my son Broin to challenge these beasts of shadow, but he has not returned. He is probably wasting time with my cousin's boy, wagging his tongue by the stairway yonder. Return to the Cyrenon's dry riverbed and climb the opposite bank whence the fell clamor comes. There's a cave, Filgogon, in the far southwest of here. It could be that you will find some explanation for the creature's wrath within that cave. I fear that you must help my son with this task, for he has not yet spoken with me about a successful completion. Talk to my cousin Bozy when you are finished. Alright.
Hey, man, I gotta be 7. Do you know where I can take this? Excuse me, oh my god. Anybody order a kidney or liver or whatever this is? Anybody? It seems like it's kind of important.
Hey, you got time for another run?
No, I'm wrapped up with
It's outside the zone, so please don't.
I can do that. Sweetheart, I'm sorry this is gonna suck here. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna stay.
Please, stay a moment.
Michelle, please do not go stay with freaking Katie.
It also hurts my feelings that you don't even care enough to come home and have this conversation.
Seriously, I'm working. This could be some 8-year-old boy's heart or someone's mom's brain. Here. I was wondering if I could use your phone.
Hi, Henry, Michelle. Leave a message.
Hey, baby. I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier. Some things have happened, and I can't get a hold of police. Could you just call me back on this number, please? I love you.
Everything that has happened in this town transpired in a matter of hours. You've got no idea what you've got there in your hands.
Where was it going again?
Raccoon City General.
Hey, no sweat.
私にとって祖母は大きな存在だったかなというふうに思います。すぐ真裏に住んでいるので、ほとんど毎日おかずを作って持ってきてくれたり、私たちが元気に過ごしてるかよく来てくれたりっていうような感じで過ごしてました。近くで祖母と暮らした経験から、みんなで子育てを一緒にっていうことで娘にも安心感を持って生活してもらいたいなっていうふうに思って、今回リフォームっていうような形を取りました。1階が母と愛犬で、2階が私たち娘夫婦が使っています。下に母がいてくれるので、正直私も産後辛かったんですけど、母に頼ることができて気持ちの面でちょっと余裕ができたな、本当にリフォームしてよかったなっていうふうなのは思うのと、自分たちの思いがこもった家だったので、すごく落ち着く環境だなっていうのも思って、新しく子育てするのに本当にいいスタートが切れたなっていうふうに個人的には思ってます。
長女がまだ1歳ぐらいで抱っこしながら家の相談に行ったことを覚えています。なんか自分の家なんだっていう嬉しさですか、そういうのがすごくあったと思います。まだまだ壊すにはもったいないっていうのもあるし、娘の方から一緒に住まないっていうふうに言われて、
Don't walk off. I need to speak with you.
主人も喜んでると思うんですけれども、感謝の気持ちでありましたね。孫は可愛いですし、まだ赤ちゃんがちっちゃいとやっぱりちょっと一緒にっていうこともあるんですけれども、自分の時間もちょっと大切にしたいなっていうのもありますので、数年前からヨガピラティスを始めました。機会があればフラワーアレンジメントとかもやってみたいなっていうふうには考えています。ワンちゃんは本当にもう癒しですね。もうやっぱりいないと寂しい感じで、それぞれの家庭の時間を取りながら、必要な時には声かけられる距離感がすごく心地いいですし、一緒に見守っていけたらなっていうふうに思っています。
娘も生まれてくれて、家族みんなで、食卓囲んで賑やかに食べれてるところは変わったところであって、すごく嬉しく思っております。
料理をしてる時とかリビングから見渡した時に家族の温かみも感じられて、すごく満足しています。私の家族はもう全員揃って、誕生日だったり季節のイベントは全て母の作る手料理とケーキを買ってお祝いしてきたなというふうに思います。今大人になって振り返ると、それは当たり前なことじゃなくて、恵まれたことなんだなっていうふうに思います。私も娘に同じようにたくさんのイベントごとこの家を中心にして過ごさせてあげたいなというふうに思います。このダイニングを囲んでどんなことも話し合える、そういう明るい家庭ですかねにしたいなっていうふうに思っています。
Is there something I can do for you? dawdling and tell me what you want.
So I've already been to the cave, but we're going to return. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go around the mountainside again. I like these two dwarf cousins here, just kind of wasting time and hanging out and dreaming of the riches of Moria, not doing anything. Bunch of bums.
The glorious tale of Broin the Mighty. That's what they will call it.
You're the traveler who helped Bori with the gathering of those stones, aren't you? I thought so. I have an eye for faces and never forget a name, especially one belonging to an adventurer. Of course, the more dangerous deeds you accomplish, the more memorable you'll be, Kippen. That's what I'm hoping to do, you know? Once we get inside Khazad-dûm, Bori and I will become great heroes, and stories of our adventures will be told all over the land. Years from now, the glorious tale of Broin the Mighty could inspire young dwarves just as the songs of Durin and Thorin Oakenshield inspired Bori and me today. If you'd like to help me with the task my father gave me, though, I wouldn't turn it down. There are shadow wargs to the south, across the bed of the dried-up Sirenon. Defeat some of the beasts for me, if you would. I've already slain one of them, but that's not nearly enough. May good fortune be with you, friend. So now, we're going all the way southwest towards the cave, and we'll kill some wargs along the way. There's one. Did I really get an albino fur from a black shadow warg? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Alright, let me blast the final one here. I need to find the cause of the wolf's madness. So there's a circle and also a quest ring. I wonder if that dead warg that I saw a while ago has anything to do with this? Possibly. Let's check it out. I thought it was something. You don't usually put that there unless it's gonna do something. This wolf corpse is burned. Its fur charred. So... I need to talk to Broin. I've got to go all the way back there, break my legs in the process. There are the mighty mountains which lie atop of Moria. Alright, Broin.
Is it in me to do great deeds?
You have
Yes,
returned,
do.
Kippen. In victory over the Shadow Wargs. You truly are an adventurer of great worth, are you not? In all honesty, my battle with that Shadow Warg wasn't exactly worthy of song. I was too frightened to do more than survive. I guess I'm not much of a hero. Is it in me to do great deeds? Will there ever be a song sung about me, or will my name be forgotten? You're most kind, Kippen. I hope I will soon have the chance to prove myself as you have done. Right. And let's talk to Bozy.
Someone or something has put the fear of fire in these wolves.
You say you found a burnt wolf corpse on the other side of Cyrano. I do not have the answer to this mystery, Kippen. While you were helping my cousin, the new pickaxes were finished. They are very high quality and will surely be of great help at the Holy Gate. Let me take a look at this cloak. Sometimes I'm curious cosmetically how things look.
It is time, friend. Khazad-dûm awaits.
Let me know when you are ready, Kippen, and we will walk together to the doors of Durin. With these newly repaired pickaxes, our dwarves will soon clear the way into Moria. This is the really important part, guys. So let's read this. Warning. Once you complete this chapter, the expedition will move into Moria. Any expedition quests that remain in your quest log will be cancelled. If you have any expedition quests underway, you should complete them now, as those quests will no longer be available after this chapter is completed. So I've already done all of them. Again, there are 7 expedition quests that you need to do, and it's kind of hard to miss them because they're all along the road here. So there's one called Unwelcome in Holland, Orders from the Half-Orcs, The Common Thread, Unpleasant Business, 4 Dwarfs, Danger Beneath the Surface, and the Top. I've completed all of those. Are you ready to leave? Let me know and we shall walk together to the doors of Durin. Again, warning. Make sure you did all the expedition quests before you do this.
Look upon the halls of Moria once again, to reclaim their birthright from the goblins and orcs who now dwell there. Has their time now come? Not even I can foresee their fate.
Let's go, guys. We will stop at the outpost here for a moment before continuing on to the gates, Kippen. We need to establish a camp once we are inside the make sure that everything is ready. We still have the pickaxe. That's good. Follow me. This way, Kippen. Hey, old fellas. Greetings, Lord. Best to support the effort, but 'tis the wolves. We have heard them howling for the past few days, and it is unnerving. It will take more than wolves to keep us from Khazad-dûm. You are right, my lord. I do not hear them now. Perhaps they will leave us in peace. It is quiet, isn't it? Kippen, what do you think? I don't like this, Kippen. Something is wrong. The air is too still and quiet. And that guy has a green thing under him, meaning we're probably going to get under attack here. Look, shadowy shapes at the crest of the hill. Protect Lord Bosi. To arms, we are under attack. Do not rest yet, friends. That is not the last of them. This must be the leader. Slay him, and we might not survive the night. Fight on, fight on. So this is Zuzar. What a sweet name, actually. There we go. We are victorious. Nothing can stand against the dwarves when roused to anger. Another victory for the dwarves. Victory. You go ahead, Kippen, and bring those pickaxes to war at the Holen Gates. I will catch up to you later. So things are looking quite blue here. Kind of the theme color of the Mines of Moria. And actually, I can get on my horse, I forgot, even though this is an instance. Pick up the pace. This wagon needs to be loaded within the hour. Within the hour? Are we truly so close to reaching it? That guy's still there throwing rocks at the water. He is not moved. Let me take a look at him. Oh yeah. Yeah, just as I suspected. It looks like a degenerate drunk. Look at him. He's balding from all the drinking he's been doing. Ah, look at that guy. He's throwing stones too. And that guy. What are these fools doing? Then we got these guys. What do you think you saw? I'm not sure. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Alright. And we got a board here. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. The door of Durin. I know you're excited to get in there, but we're gonna leave that for the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to join the fellowship by hitting the subscribe button, leave a like on the video. I'll see you very soon for the next episode. Welcome back, friends, to more Lord of the Rings Online. Look at the scene right in front of us. The doors of Durin.
Can't a body be
We are
left
almost
alone?
ready to enter Moria. Almost ready.
Huh,
Almost.
how rude.
But first, we need to continue the epic storyline here. And we need
Might
to
I
actually
speak
open
with
the
you
door.
a moment?
So let's speak with War. Very good. These pickaxes look in good shape and will be a great asset as we finish unearthing the last of this rubble. You can leave them in the crate to the south of here, right next to Lord Broger. You can put the
What do you
pickaxes in the
need?
crate right over there. Good, Kippen. I want to talk to you. Look at Broger, man. He's like a pirate dwarf with an eye patch. Look at that bad boy. That's pretty sweet. Those pickaxes will be of great help, Kippen, even if you took our time bringing them here. Our workers are almost through the rubble already. Don't worry about that. What's done is done. I'm more concerned with this pool. There's something about it I don't like it. It makes me feel uneasy. Some of my dwarves have been casting stones into the water, and I'd appreciate it if you could get them to stop. It makes me nervous. Tell those fellows not to disturb the water. It makes me nervous. I agree, sir. Especially since I've watched Lord of the Rings like 700 times.
What do you need?
I did not mean any harm, Kippen. I will leave the water alone.
"私手入力やめました。キャッシュマップで勝手にまとまってますが、これだけ紙だったので行ってきます。というのが先月までの私。今月はというと、スマホで納付窓口には行きません。手払いも口座もクレカもまとまってます。JCB 法人カードで始めよう。キャッシュマップで検索。
塊肉って火が通ってるか不安で本当に難しいんです。
忍者クリスピーで焼いてみて。 強力熱風が旨味を閉じ込めるように焼き上げる。
焼き色完璧。うまい。フライパンじゃこの火入れは無理。
肉焼くなら忍者クリスピー。
To tell you the truth, this pool makes me nervous too. I will leave it alone.
Goodness, could you help me with something?
I'm sorry, Kippen. I was just so bored of all this waiting around. But there's just something about that water I don't like. I will be relieved when the workers have finished removing the rubble from the front of the gate and we can leave this unpleasant shore. There you are. You have been a great help to us in our work here. I know it will be a boon once clear the rubble that blocks the doors of Durin. This is a historic opportunity for everyone. It is my goal to offer it to you in return for the many services. Take this pickaxe and clear some of the rubble from the gate, friend.
Dear me, what do you want? Goodness, could you help me with something?
Good work, my friend. I will say a few words and we will enter the mountain. My friends and kinsmen, we have dreamed of the great halls of Khazad-dûm for many long years. Tonight they will be ours again. Kippen, what is it? Is something wrong? What is it, Kippen? You say you saw something stir out in the water? What was it? I don't see anything now. Are you sure you didn't imagine it? Stay on your guards, my good dwarves. Do you see anything? I see nothing, Lord Bosey. I don't think there's anything out there. The water looks so still.
It's terrible. Just
I guess it was
terrible.
Nothing. Let us enter the mines. Rejoice, dwarves of my company. Khazad-dûm awaits.
I'm sure it's a bother,
Broid,
but I could
my
use
son.
your help.
Follow me, Kippen. Kippen, get back to the outpost. Bring some help. So this is absorbing everything. I must hurry back to the outpost. Yes, my friends, that is the Watcher in the water.
How rude!
Oh no, keep running, Kippen. So these dwarves are staying behind to hold the tentacles at bay. Meanwhile, myself and this worker are running, and now I'm on my own. Have to get to that outpost, though. Poor Brody, man. He got killed in front of the Watcher. Not good. I hope I'm going the right way. I don't exactly remember where the outpost was. They picked the worst person to go get help. 'Cause I am lost. I already passed it? I hope not. Well, this is the outpost. Kippen, what is happening? I heard shouting. Were you beset by some enemy? One enemy or many, I do not know. Rowan, my son. Did you see how flesh of that creature deflected our blows, Kippen? We need more than ordinary weapons if we wish to stand against the Watcher of the Black Pool. If we waited in the depths, watching as we strove upon the doors and struck just as we were most vulnerable, curse its foul hide for taking Rowan and many other fine dwarves beside. They will be avenged, but for now we must retreat. We cannot hope to enter the doors while it lurks before them. My boy, my son, we must retreat with what survivors remain. We will return to visit our vengeance upon the Watcher in the Black Pool.
I'm sorry. My thoughts were elsewhere.
心地がいいんです。子供がいるから特に。ダイソンの掃除機は柔らかいローラーが床を磨きながら吸引してくれるから本当に綺麗になる。
Might I trouble
足
you
の裏
for
で
some
もカラ
help?
ッとした感触があって気持ちいいです。
Alright.
How can we hope to stand against that monster?
If you need something, speak.
We are in full retreat, Kippen. The beast of the pool is too much for our meager weapons. If only we had some old relic of the old days, we might stand a chance against the creature. The weapons of our fathers were of a stronger and keener make. Their craft forgotten, today's forge skill is lesser. A cache of weapons was discovered in one of the caves near here shortly after we arrived. Perhaps one of those will stand worthy as a bane to this monster. Alright.
We will reclaim the lost halls of Pelzapur.
This is it, guys. We will finally be able to unlock legendary weapons. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. What are we, 298 episodes in? That's how long it took to finally be able to wield a legendary weapon. We dare not approach our old camp until we find some way to defeat the creature in the Black Pool, Kippen. I cannot let you pass. A number of dwarves of our expedition are resting at Ikadunan, just west. Speak with Hundi there. He was instrumental in recovering the cache of weapons of which I spoke. Rothwald is right, my friend. Without a truly magnificent weapon forged in the ways of old, we cannot hope to so much as score the flesh of the ancient creature. But relics of the past sometimes turn up when least expected. My friends and I have found a cache of ancient weapons not long after the Iron Garrison came to this place. Select one of these weapons, and it may be that your choice will help us clear the way into Moria of that terrible creature. Take 2 of these settings, for I know of one who can help you understand their uses, and those of other relics as well. So let's go ahead and take a spear. Weapons of this make may have a long and storied history, Kippen. Its tale grows ever with the felling of evil foes. The more servants of evil this weapon cuts down, the more deadly it becomes. Only a skillful few can read the tale of the weapon from its craftsmanship. I send you to one who can further aid you, Dwarf Wafi in Thorin's Hall in the distant land of Eredluin. Seek out Wafi by the great fires of the Forging Hall of Thorin's Hall. He can assist you in finding one who has some skill in reading the lineage and power of a weapon such as this. Alright, so, let me come here. And let me set my milestone here. Alright, so legendary weapons, we'll kind of talk about them in more detail in a bit. So let me exit out of this and let us go to Eredluin. Do have this skill that I can use, which is quite nice.
How do you do?
can't believe the day has finally come, man. Alright, so let's head in here. Golly. That lag, man. Let's go. And I think he's gonna be at the forges.
The gaffer
so
gave you some
probably right
supplies.
there.
How
At the relic
thoughtful.
master.
Oh, wait. Apples?
So I know you guys don't like to listen to me ramble on forever, but I think it is worth taking some time to just kind of briefly talk about legendary weapons. I know if you're watching the series, you're more than likely familiar with the mechanics and how everything works. But I know some of you guys do learn a lot from watching the series and may not be too familiar with legendary weapons, so we'll talk about them a little bit.
Well met.
You have come a long way to be here, Kippen. What business could bring a doughty warden such as yourself all the way from Holand to Thorn's Hall? Waffy looks at the weapon and whistles in his astonishment. This is a relic of the old days, to be sure. I fear I cannot identify the lineage and strengths of this weapon for you. It is ancient beyond my reckoning, learned though I may be in these matters. However, my kinsman Rosar, the Forge Master, will surely have more to say than I, for his knowledge is vast and exceeds my own.
Bingo,
Show him
Boffin!
the weapon,
A going
and he
away
will give you an
present?
assessment
What
of its
is
strength
going
and potential.
on?
Alright, so basically, when you first get a legendary weapon, let me show you, when you see that spear that I just got, you will see that it is unidentified, meaning it doesn't really have anything to it. It says this item must be identified at a Forge Master before it can be equipped.
Nothing
So
to be
anytime you
done.
get a new
If
legendary
Esmeralda
weapon, you have
knows,
to
the
talk to a
whole
Forge
Shire will
Master.
know.
And you can identify these weapons, so I'm not interested in all these other class ones because I'm probably just going to put them in the auction house. But I am interested in this, so you select it, you can do identify item, it does cost a little bit of money.
東京湾を望む葛西臨海水族園は世界中の海の生き物を楽しめる場所。銀色の体を光らせ広い海を泳ぎ続ける名スイマー。魚なのに泥の上をぴょんぴょん、泳ぐよりもジャンプが得意。陸ではよちよち歩き、水中では素早く泳ぐ名ハンター。さまざまな命に触れ合い心つながるひとときを。葛西臨海水族園で
A lovely day, isn't it?
And there you go. So,
Good
what you
day.
have here, when you first identify your weapon, is that you will have these things over here called legacies. Sorry, I blanked there for a second. And legacies give your legendary weapon power. So as you can see, this legacy gives my weapon +1 light damage. This one gives me +1% spear gambit damage, and recklessness critical rating. And you can level these legacies up as your legendary item gains experience and itself levels up. So that's what it is. Now it's telling me to equip my new weapon. Sorry, I had a cough attack. I'll let that out. Incredible, Kippen. This weapon is truly mighty, and you are fortunate to have come into possession of such a thing.
and have some tea.
However, it is not strong enough to stand against the creature of which you speak. 1,000 curses on its foul hide for keeping the dwarves from Moria. I see that you have a number of relics. You should apply one of them to your weapon to further customize its abilities. Once you have done so, speak to me again. Okay, so I think Shift. Golly, I forgot what the Shift I is the default that will bring up your legendary panel. You'll see that my weapon is equipped here. You can equip other ones here, and they will all gain the same amount of experience as you kill monsters and do quests. So he told me to equip settings. So settings are other things that you can equip to your weapon to give it power. So there's a bronze setting of mights that gives me those stats right there. There's one of morale. of power, of will, and many others that I currently do not have. So I'll go ahead and slot one here for now. And you can see it goes here. I have another spot for gems, and then another spot for runes, and then I can craft certain things that I can equip as well. But for now, it looks like we're starting pretty basic.
What do you need?
A good choice, Skippin. You will acquire more relics as you adventure, and should feel free to customize your weapon with the appropriate relic for each situation. This weapon is still not strong enough to defeat the Watcher in the Waterfront Warden, but it might become so. I will tell you how this might be. So here we go, we got some runes here that we can equip, and then we have titles that we can apply. So you can see that this will apply the title Scion of the Drowned Kingdom. When applied to a legendary item, the title changes and weapon damage is changed to Westernese. And this one changes to Ancient Dwarf. So I'll go with that.
Will you help me?
Weapons of such worth improve as they are used, Skippin. Only when they are wielded in battle can they achieve the true measure of their greatness. Equip the weapon and use it against worthy foes, and it will improve as you do. When it has achieved a high measure of worth, bring it to me or the learned Dithalion in Rivendell, and one of us will advise you on what must be done next. So I need to get to level 10 with my weapon. Okay, so thankfully there is a vault right here. And let me open my vault.
What do you want?
I do have some things here that will so I can't use my runes yet. That kind of sucks, because usually you can use these items to just automatically give your weapon experience, but it looks like I need to do some quest beforehand. Oh, dang it. Do I have to manually level this up? That kind of sucks. Yeah, I think I have to manually level it up. Can you believe that? Manually leveling up a weapon? Oh, I really don't want to do it. Okay. What can we do? Let me open my shared one real quick. Let me take a look at something else here. I have a ton, as you can see, but yeah, I think all of them I need to do the quest. Let me just withdraw this and try to use it. Yeah, I can't do it. No. Alright, that's fine. Now, something that I do want to do, though, is, really, I can't even talk to this guy anymore? That's super weird. Okay, so I do need to get level 10. So I think what we can do, I think maybe we can do this. Maybe I can do one of these quests, and that should help me level up, and that way we're kind of knocking two birds with one stone. Let me see if I have an infused garnet.
Well met.
None here. Let me take a look at, I guess I might have put it under this rare thing. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Ores and ingots, no. Let me open my character vault.
もう FX ばっかりして。
それなら食べられる FX はいかがですか？ライオン FX ならたくさんの食品が毎月届きます。ライオン FX 増えてます。
食べられる FX。広瀬通商。
邪悪な人形が導く呪われた館。闇に潜む怪物。そしてそれは現れる。666悪魔の子が生まれ、ヴァンパイア夜を支配する。次々に連鎖する死の運命。取りつかれたら最後、逃れることはできない。8月の土曜は背筋も凍る映画体験。真夏の最強ホラーナイト、8月1日土曜夜9時スタート。
It's terrible! Just terrible!
could have sworn I had an infused garnet. There it is. I got 5 of them. Perfect. So what I can do is actually...
I hope it's not a bother,
go back
but
to
may I
Region.
speak with you?
And then we'll do some quests. Now the good news is that you don't actually have to have your weapon equipped to level it up, so I can put on my Peerless Silver Ilex Spear of Deflection, which is currently much better than the actual third age weapon. Now I'm a little bit confused as to why it says leveling disabled. That doesn't make too much sense. Okay, let's just... I'm a little bit confused, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why it says leveling disabled.
I'm sorry. My thoughts were elsewhere.
So I think this time it's actually making me use it to level it up, but that's usually not the case. I don't know, I'm kind of confused. Anyways, we will start doing some quests in the next episode so that we can level up this weapon to level 10 and continue with the epic storyline. So I hope you're enjoying. Be sure to join the fellowship by hitting the subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last episode, we finally got legendary weapons unlocked, and we do have to level it up to 10 at this point. I can't use my runes in the vault, so we have to manually do it. And let me show you my legendary weapon here, Warden's Spear, and it's kind of weird. Let me show you, because if I have it equipped, it's fine, but then if I switch my weapon, it says that leveling is disabled, but usually you can level it up even if you're not using it, so I think it may be related to that quest. I couldn't really figure it out, so we're gonna have to use this weapon for now, which really sucks because, I mean, let's take a look. 35.7 DPS compared to my usual 55.5, so that's gonna be a little bit crazy, let's be honest. Alright. I mean, what level is this thing? Oh my god, what a terrible item. Alright, well, we're gonna manually level it up. Oh, I accidentally clicked that get now thing, and now I'm lagging. Alright, it's fine. So, let's take a look at this. We're gonna do some of these quests and see if we can level up the weapon a little bit. Let's talk to this guy. Yeah, let's do it.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Ah, you were able to acquire an infused garnet. I will return the gem to you when you are ready to depart for Pembar. Speak to me again when your companions are ready. So hopefully I'll be able to solo this. Are you ready to face the drakes I spoke of, Kippen? I have devised a simple plan for you, though I do not think it will be as simple to carry out. The drakes have likely come down to feed their young. I suggest you hunt the smaller ones, both because they are weaker and because you are likely to force the leader of the fight to come to you if you slay enough of her young. Avoid the older ones as much as you can. They are considerably more dangerous, and if you defeat the Wing Mother, then they will likely retreat back to Xeric Ziggle, having no reason to remain.
それは全く新しいタワーファン。20メートル先まで届くパワフルさ。風向きも自由に。部屋のどこにいても心地よい涼しさを。シャークターボブレード。
Those drakes look mean, man.
Pemba, the resting place of one of the famed forges of Aregion, has fallen beneath the shadow of the Drake matron Rimlug and her brood. The Great Wing Mother and her spawn must be defeated if the forge is to be awakened once more.
Alright, so this may be painful with this really bad weapon. We'll see.
Good day.
Yeah, I mean, not fun. But not terrible either. I mean, I can definitely notice the decreased damage here, but what you gonna do? Let me pull back a little bit, that way I'm not fighting 3 of them at once. So I gained 63 item experience for that, which is like nothing. Let me pull back here so I don't have to fight that guy. Let me do a couple of heals here. Alright, there we go. So my legendary item has leveled up. Let me come here. As you can see, when you level up, you have points that are available to you, and you can use those points to upgrade your weapon. I'm going to save up until I have 14 so I can level up the DPS. That's the thing you want to max out the most, obviously, is the DPS. So I'll wait for that. Let me wait for that patrolling one. Ah, dang it, I screwed up. Ah, I did my gambit while my gambit panel was already full. That's alright. Alright, done with that. Let's keep fighting these dudes. And you know what? Let's do 2 at once. What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing, but it's worrying me. I don't know if they're calling like Mama Dragon or what's going on there. It's kind of weird. There they go. Very weird. Lagging a little bit here. It really does suck having to use this weapon that's so poorly functional compared to my previous one. I mean, look at this crappy damage that I'm doing, man. Alright, I'm done complaining about it. I only have to do it for a little bit until I finish this quest. Alright, let me just round up. No, these are all ranged. I can't really round them up. Alright. Really, that guy's still alive? Lagging a little bit. Alright. So looks like I leveled up my weapon yet again, which is not bad. So got that. Let's go ahead, and now that I have 20 points, I can level up my DPS. 36.4. Didn't make a huge difference, but you know, we got something. We got something. Let's keep going through this though. Lots of enemies there in the corner. Lots of bats. Okay, let's try to blast all these guys here. Excellent. There's more of these patrolling. I'm gonna go kill that one real quick. Should be dead there. Perfect. Yeah, I'm getting very little experience, unfortunately, because this is a pretty low-level instance, but the plan is to do the other two as well, which should be a lot better. God, I just aggro like everybody. That's alright. Ah, not good. See if I can blast a couple of these guys here. Let me do a couple of healings after this gambit. I really should have started healing a little bit sooner, ideally. Let me actually kill this guy. That way I'm only taking damage from one. And I think that's enough healing for now.
May I be to you?
Let me actually put a couple of bleeds on these guys. There we go. This weapon's so bad, oh my god. And ideally, I want to get my first stage one identified so I can start leveling that one up. But I will be able to as soon as I finish this epic quest. So I'm here in this region. I don't really know where to go from here. Am I going down there, or... I still gotta kill more hatchlings and more yearlings. Let me see if I can find some. Alright, they're like all around here. Oh, I thought these were like bats, but they're little baby dragons. Look at them. They're so cute. I want one. Alright, I'll let him bleed. Let's get this yearling here. Really? My AoE is not hitting this guy? Alright, done with that. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Need to kill a few more enemies. Alright, 2 more of the baby ones and 2 more of the big ones. Looks like they give you more enemies than you need. Let me kill that guy. Looks like I aggroed someone else here. Let's go ahead and bunch these guys up. And they're just moving further apart. Great. Alright, perfect. So I got another level here. And not enough points to rank up to DPS, unfortunately. That's alright. Let me kill one final one here. I don't want to aggro that yearling. Alright, so... Oh, never... What? I thought I don't understand. I thought I had killed... Alright, never mind. Let's just kill a couple more of these. Maybe I was just counting things up wrong in my head. Where I need one more yearling. Let me get on my horse and chase it down. I could have sworn
A lovely day, isn't it?
I wasn't
Hello there.
looking, but I
Might
thought I
speak
needed
with
8
you,
more,
Mum?
and then I fought 2, so I thought I was done. But then it said I still needed 8, so then I killed that 1. This is very weird. And now I'm missing 1, and I don't see it anywhere. I wonder if I, like, fought them outside the range I was supposed to, and that's like a quest bug? That would be really stupid. That would be stupid because there's no other yearlings here. Oh no, please don't tell me this is a quest bug. Oh no. I really think we're screwed, guys. I think we're screwed. I think we're screwed. Oh my god. I think the quest bugged out. There's no more. I killed all of them. I think what had happened was... I really don't know. All I remember is that I was pretty sure I saw 8 out of 10. And then I fought those 2 and I killed them. And then... I went to look and it still said 8 out of 10, and I fought 1 more and that said 9 out of 10 after I killed that one. I guess let me kill these 2 little bad things and see what happens. I don't know what these rusted dwarf tools are. So there's absolutely nothing left to kill here. I think the quest bugged out. Oh no. This is a sad day. Maybe up there? Nope. Oh, this is sad. God dang it, you're kidding me. Oh, there's one right there. There we go. Okay, here we go. I was about to leave. It's kind of funny how anytime anything goes wrong in video games, I just automatically assume it's a bug and it's not my fault. Alright, so we're done with that, and then we got Rimlug, the Wing Mother.
実は全然違う。四つ葉を飲むまでは気づかなかったけど、この幸せは四つ葉だけ。四つ葉の牛乳。
Should be popping down somewhere.
Gracious
there she is. Let me go ahead and do an ambush. don't really care that it's blowing me away. It's fine. I'm gonna focus on doing my damage here. Do another desolation. And I guess let's do a Spear of Virtue. I guess I'll heal up a little bit, but that was it. Next I have to use the Ancient Anvil, which I think is probably going to be right there. And again, these quests I think give you pretty good legendary item experience, so I might get my weapon to level 10 like I needed to. You have created an empowered garnet. Excellent. Look at that lag.
Greetings to you.
I dare say what few drakes remain of this flight will not stray far from the peaks of Zirak for some time after this stinging defeat. Are you ready to return to Eka Dunan? Alright, let's speak with my friend here. Well fought, Kippen. The Winged Mother has fallen and Pembar is free of her brood. I trust you were able to make use of the forge while you were there. So, against Dragonkind, against Troll, against Giants. Stout Defender. Increases physical mitigation. That's actually pretty decent. Let's do that. And my legendary item did level up to 7. Alright, let's rank up the DPS. And I don't have enough to rank it up again. But that's going to do it for this episode. In the next one, I believe I will do the Siege of Bard Morlos. Hopefully I can solo that even with this crappy weapon that I'm being forced to use. So we'll try that. And yeah, see you then. Thanks for watching. Alright, I'm back and I spent a ridiculous amount of money on the auction house for infused sapphires and adamants so I can do both of these quests. Let's do the Siege of Bard Morlos.
Greetings to you.
You were able to acquire an infused sapphire. I will pack this among the supplies you will need for the Battle of Bard Morlos.
Good day.
When you and your companions are ready to leave,
you?
speak with me again and I should have your supplies ready. So you can get the sapphires, the adamants, the garnets from mobs in Moria and Lothorian and some other places, I think, but I just went ahead and bought them in the auction house.
Might I speak with you a moment?
I fear I have received ill tidings from the elves sent to assault Bard Morlos, Kippen.
Could
While
I
their
take a
attack went
moment
as
of your
well
time?
as could have hoped, and the Dunling dens were routed without the loss of a single elf, some injuries were inevitable. As my kindred settled down to treat their wounded and fortify Bard Morlos, a much larger Dunling den force had fallen upon them unexpectedly.
A lovely day, isn't it?
The battle rages even now, and I do not know how it fares, but I can arrange for swift travel to their aid if you are prepared. If we can hold Bard Morlos against this assault with your help, then surely the commander there would be more than happy to allow you to use our forges.
The kindred of Elrond Half-Elven have driven forth the half-orcs from Barad Morla.
Dear me!
But
Please
the
don't
ancient
leave
ruin
yet!
is not yet safe. Dunelendings march even now upon the encampment, while the elves tend to their wounds.
Reinforcements, it's about time. I've wounded here and can't be moved. My soldiers are holding the approaches under constant assault, but these Dunelings barely know how to fight. Now they have brought siege engines against us and they are picking us off one by one. I need you to kill those siege crews now. Alright, so I can't have people die, so I need to run in there right away.
What do you need?
Alright, they're on top of it. There are the siege crews. Siege engineers, siege engineer. Let's go, you fools. I wish I could use my regular weapon here, but whatever. We'll do what we gotta do. So, we already have a casualty. That's crazy. Golly. They keep popping up, man.
A lovely day, isn't it? Good day. Might I have a word with you?
2 elf defenders have already died. God dang it. I'm gonna have to fight these guys off here. These guys are actually kind of tough. Gonna have to heal up here. Man, those guys are dropping like flies. That really sucks. Let me persevere here. God, I'm killing them so slow with this crappy weapon.
Oh, gracious me!
Dude, they are dropping quick. I need to avoid these captains, man. I can't be fighting them like this, or I'm gonna be kind of screwed. Let me pop one of these. Let me pop one of these. Let me eat something. There we go. And I kind of want to wait for my health, but I don't know if I can. God dang it. Freaking knockdowns. More elves getting killed. Reinforcements, it says. Calling forth captains, I hope not. They slowed me down last time. There's a captain. More elves getting defeated. Oh my god. captain. God dang it. Not what I wanted. Let me put a few bleeds on him quickly. And there is a captain coming this way. I'm gonna run. They need to find one more siege crew. I don't know where it is. Need to find it quick though. Let me put a few more bleeds on him. There you go. Should die. Let me get on my horse. I need to find that 4th siege camp immediately. Let me see if I can help here real quick.
Hello there.
Alright, let me go find it. I really don't know where it is. Oh, come on. What is going on? So I destroyed that one. I destroyed that one.
How do you do? Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Soldiers. Maybe if they're gonna pass, I want to aggro them. Destroy that one. So maybe somewhere over there. Or over here. Dude, I really don't know. I really don't know where the siege camp is. Oh, that's kind of frustrating. Hate riding around like an idiot. I mean, this is the elven side, right? So, wouldn't make sense for them to be here. Is that it right there, straight ahead? That one's not on fire. It is now. Man, I just don't know. Alright guys, I think I'm going crazy. I don't see... I really just don't see that 4th siege camp. I've looked all over. I've done a perimeter check. I've done a 2nd perimeter check. I'm doing a 3rd one right now. Right there, there it is. Golly. And of course they stun me right away. And I get a lag wave. Excellent. Okay, what is going on with the lag today? Please.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Could I take a moment of your time?
And of course I get the captain. Damn it.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Defeat the Dullington commander. I think I should be able to do that. If I can ever kill this guy. Is that him? No, that's just another captain. Let's go find the commander. How's my weapon doing? Almost level 8. There's the commander. He is killing elves left and right here. Go ahead and hit up some healing gambits. Let me actually get rid of this captain, or we're never gonna get anywhere. Dang it. Let me heal. This guy's a monster. Alright, should be dying soon. There he is, alright. Defeated the commander, perfect. How many is that?
Hello there!
And my item leveled up. And I can finally use the anvil, so it looks like I completed the quest. And I think
I'm
the
pleased
hardest
to be
part
of
is gonna be
service.
finding the anvil, but I see it in the distance. Man, that fourth camp was just ridiculously hard to find, though. It's kind of annoying. Perfect. Created an empowered sapphire. And here's my friend. Let me talk to him.
Greetings to you.
I'm sorry that I was unable to assist you during the battle. My thanks to you for saving my kinsman. Are you prepared to return to Ekaduna now? Tidings, you have reached me that you have fought most valiantly in the siege of Bard Morlos and saved many an elf. My thanks to you indeed, Kippen. Now let me aid you once more. I shall use this empowered sapphire to imbue elven quality upon your weapon, and we shall see what you may make of it. So let's just get fused relics. And what am I? Level 9, okay. So I can level this up. There you go. I keep clicking that when I'm trying to exit. It's very annoying.
Might I have a word with you?
Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. I know the last episode ended a bit abruptly, but there's a very good reason for that. If you check this out, when I tried to do the Midnight Raid quest, I failed, as you can see, which is a sad thing indeed. So it doesn't matter how strong you are, you could be level 105, and you'll still need allies in order to complete this quest. I'll show you why momentarily, but let's go ahead and reread this. We're going to try this quest again in this episode.
You may be of service to me.
There is but one forge remaining in Eregion where the quality you wish to obtain may be acquired. After the early years of the Third Age, the old smithy fell to ruin, and in this day, the Dunlendings have built a large fortified camp upon them. Thankfully, they remain unaware of the significance of the ruins, but their presence complicates matters. I think it is time we did something about the camp, and though we have not the forces for a direct assault upon it, I have a more cunning, though unsubtle plan in mind. You must gather a small group of companions and prepare a midnight raid upon the camp. If you are to be successful, then making use of the forge should be within your grasp. Also, when I did attempt this quest and failed it, I did get my epic weapon, legendary weapon, up to level 10, so we're done with that part. You were able to acquire an infused adamant. Now you will need to bring it to the Dunlending camp. Let me know when you and your companions are ready to depart, and I will impart to you the plan I have devised. If you and your companions are prepared, then you can set off. I have prepared a small boat for you to take up the river to the eastern side of the camp, where my scouts say the defenders are least watchful. Once you land, you must quickly dispose of any of the veteran guardsmen as possible, as they pose the greatest threat of spoiling the plan and raising the alarm. So this is objective 1 of the instance, kill 8 of the guardsmen. Once the threat of the guardsmen is removed, make your way to the center of the camp, where you will find a great bonfire that Dunlendings keep well lit day and night. Once you reach it, you should put someone to the task of setting fire to as many of the tents surrounding it as possible, sowing chaos throughout the camp. This is objective 2. You have to burn 40 tents, and this is why you need somebody else in your group, because while somebody is burning tents, there's going to be mobs attacking the bonfire. If 6 of them touch the bonfire, you fail the quest. So you can't be running around setting tents afire and protecting the bonfire at the same time. If you can set enough of the camp alight, the remaining soldiers should quit the camp in fear, leaving you the space you need to do the work at the fort. So I'll be right back. I'm going to try to get a group going, and then we'll do this quest. I'll do some editing, of course. Alright, so here we are. I got my group. I'm going to be doing this. Should be tolerable.
Can I take a moment of your time?
My group should be coming in here soon, hopefully. I was hoping they'd come in right behind me, but let me go ahead and do a couple of healing gambits here. Oh no, I got caught by a third one. Let me go ahead and do more healing gambits. Alright, so got some backup here. The third guy should be coming in, but we'll keep killing some of these guys for now. And then when we get to the bonfire part, we'll wait. So again, we gotta kill 8 of these, and that's not the hard part. I was able to solo that. But you'll see why you can't really solo this quest.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Got a final 2 here. Alright, so here we go.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Gonna go burn some tents, and hopefully my 2 friends will help protect that bonfire.
Stay and have some tea.
Even with 2 people, I tried this with just 2. It was kind of hard for just 1 person to protect that bonfire since they do come from all sides. So this may be one that you need lots of extra help with. Let me go ahead and get more fire. Because it's not indefinite. You do run out. You can see I have that little timer there. And my torch is extinguished. And you can see 1 guy already touched the bonfire, which is unfortunate. I'm actually starting with these faraway ones. Hopefully I can get these 4. Come on. Alright, excellent. Let me head back and touch everything again. So we're kind of halfway screwed here. Let me do that. There's a few tents right here. I missed 1
This was
tent somewhere.
a bad idea.
I think it's right here. Will I make it? Ah. I thought that one needed to be on fire. So I think we're done here. Alright, we're done. Sweet. So we have to defeat the captain, which I believe is in here. He's not in here. I don't know where he is. There he is. Yeah, he's here. Enough, let it end here, you northerners.
I've no truck with strangers. Oi there, give me a moment. Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Can't believe I finally did this. What a pain this was. Sweet. And that was that. Now I just gotta use the anvil and we'll be done. Excellent. So we're done, and Perryben should be coming in from somewhere. Where's he at? Is he maybe near the entrance? He might be. I don't know if this is where we came from or not. There he is. Yeah, he's right there. Sweet. Despite the display you showed here, my friends, the Delinans will not soon forgive you or your deeds here tonight. Are you ready to return to Ekaduna? Alright, so we're finally done, man. That was a tricky one to do. Just gonna be honest. Alright, so I think all that's left to do is actually carry the quest. Let's go ahead and do that. I rather wish I could have been able to see it. As much as fire is a clumsy weapon, it does make for a merrily lit evening by sword and bow, does it not? With the Delinans routed and their camp positions, we should have little worry about them that quarter for a time. Now, let us see about imbuing the qualities that you seek, shall we? I'm just gonna take the relics. Alright, and again, these are repeatable quests. I've already done these in the previous 2 episodes, so we're done with that. Our weapon is level 10. We are ready to continue the next episode. So, I will meet you back in Eraluin at the Forge Master so we can talk about all of that in the next episode. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last few episodes, I was working on getting my first legendary weapon up to level 10 so that I can continue the epic storyline here. And I've done just that, so let's start with Waterfall. You have done very well, Kippen. Your weapon has advanced to an impressive level indeed. Now that your weapon has reached the 10th level of advancement, the Forge Master can reforge it for you, revealing hidden strengths and abilities. Perhaps your weapon holds within it the strength needed to face the creature that lurks within still the pool, Kippen. You should bring it to the Forge Master for reforging in order to see if this is so. So this is the Forge Master right here. And we can certainly reforge our first legendary item. It does cost some money, but that's okay. And whenever you reforge an item, you can gain a new legacy that you can pull from. And I guess I'll go with... These are both pretty good. Fist, Spear, Gambit, Power Cost. Well, that's not as good as the Surety of Death damage over time. That's certainly a lot better. So there you go. The Forge Master has reforged your weapon, revealing some hidden properties. Alright. Now when you do reforge, your items get refunded and you have to respend them. Go ahead and move all this up. That has done it, Kippen. The reforging of your weapon revealed it to be very high quality indeed. You must return to Poland at once to show Rothwald, the dwarf at the crumbling ark near Ekaduna, that you wield a great weapon. Surely it will give the dwarves of this company newfound hope. Go at once, friend. Khazad-dûm awaits. So let me see something about this legendary weapon. Where is it? I don't even know where I put it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So it doesn't have anything specific to the Watcher. So I think I don't actually need to use it to hurt it. I think I just needed to level it up to 10. Anyways, let me return to Ekaduna and Eregion so I can talk to Rothwald. We can continue advancing this.
What a way to build up these arm muscles, lifting a mug of ale to my lips. There is nothing for it. I must learn to swim.
All right.
Perhaps there is still hope.
Welcome back, Kippen. Did the weapon of the Elder Days prove worthwhile, or was it a foolish
pleased
chase?
to be of service.
Rothwald's eyes widened in surprise. This weapon has become even more powerful in your hands, Kippen. Surely now we have the strength to stand against a horror in that fetid pool.
We will reclaim the lost.
I am as ready as I will ever be.
This weapon may be what we need to drive off the water in the
Bingo
water.
has decided to
Allow the
master
dwarves
one
to enter
final
Moria.
skill for his journey.
Speak with me when you're
He
ready.
will learn
I will
to
bring you
swim.
Rosie and Broger. They will be pleased to see there is hope again, at last. So, Seeker of Deep Places, I believe this is the title that you need in order to fully unlock legendary weapons.
I hope you know what you're doing, friend.
Are you ready? I will bring you to Bozy, so that he may be heartened by the mighty weapon that returned from the depths of time. This may be the advantage we need to wreak vengeance upon the Watcher in the Water for the deaths of Broin and other lives it claimed that day.
Dire is the creature called the Watcher in the Water by the dwarves, an ancient evil called forth by the Dark Lord. Perhaps through the power of legend, a way can be seen past the terror.
The foul creature that watches from within the depths of the pool will feel the sharp bite of your weapon and be afraid. Stride forth and teach it a lesson it will be long in forgetting. Do this not just for the sake of Khazad-dûm, but for the memory of Broin, taken by that fell creature. My nephew deserved a better fate than to die in that thing's grasp. When you have driven off or slain the creature, we will be unopposed and may walk into Moria unhindered. One of my dwarves has gone ahead to scout for the beast. Look for him and be watchful. Good fortune, Kippen. Trust in the sharp bite of your weapon. So I'm assuming I don't need to have my legendary equipped. Again, I have this equipped for now. We'll see, though.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
There are ripples in the water, but I do not see the beast. Be on your guard, for it may attack without warning, as unlucky Broin learned at his peril. The beast returns, look out. Well, there goes the scout. Yeah, so it looks like I can damage them without the legendary weapon, which is fine with me. Kind of reminiscent of Helchgrim in Carn-dûm. The battle goes for us. Attack! And it's kind of hard. Well, I guess I can go in the water. I don't know why I'm avoiding it. There we go. Another falls. The tide turns in our favor. Oh, and there goes another one. Cousin, what are you doing here? No longer will I cow to my grief, Kippen. Nay, I will avenge my son in battle.
I think that
woe
went
to this creature
fairly
that took him
well,
from me.
but let's avoid rivers anyway. Let
Show
us
yourself,
return to my
monster.
hobbit hole in Mickle Delving.
Do you think it's gone? For Broin, for my son. That was for Broin, that was for my son. Golly. The creature withdraws. Still kind of
Might I speak with you a moment?
Broin's going for a swim. Or Broger, I mean. Just hanging out.
Is there something I can do for you?
No, come back. My vengeance is not satisfied. We have done it, Kippen. We have driven the Watcher from the doors of Durin, and now the dwarves of our expedition may pass into the mines of Moria. The weapons we found have proven the difference, friend. Yes, my dwarves have equipped themselves from the same cache, and the creature has learned to fear the sharp bite of the Iron Garrison. You have avenged my nephew Broin as well, and all the dwarves who have been lost to this creature. It retreats now through the dark passes, May its writhing, reeking arms never trouble us again. I cannot thank you enough for this, Kippen. Not only have you driven off the beast that kept us out of Moria, but you have avenged my son as well. I will never forget your great service to me, and will always be in your debt and at your service. Broin spoke often of combat and great heroics. He would have marveled at your battle with the fierce Watcher. We must return now to tell the rest of the expedition what you have accomplished, and that we may now pass into the mines of Moria.
There is still hope.
The rest of the dwarves have entered Moria in search of fortune, Kippen, and we have you to thank for it. Alright, let's take a look at some of these. That looks so stupid. Some of these look alright, I guess. Anyways.
Perhaps there is still hope.
So I got my titles here. Tolk is waiting to speak with you just inside the doors of Durin. You remember him, do you not? He is pleased that you proved such a boon to the expedition and will be delighted to speak with you again.
And so it was that the Iron Garrison passed the doors of Durin and entered the dark of Moria. But they were not the first to brave the mines, nor will they be the last.
That is gloriously epic. I'm so excited.
A lovely day, isn't it? Hello there.
The doors of
Might I
Durin
speak
are
with you a
open.
moment?
The way is open. I think we are finally done in Eriador for now. We are ready to venture into Volume 2, The Mines of Moria. I know this was a really short episode, but I don't want to go in there just yet. That is for another season. In the next episode, we will wrap up everything here in Eregion by doing all of the deeds in the area. And then we will be ready to go in there. Also, in the next episode for the season finale, I'm going to be leveling up my first age weapon. I have a ton of runes and stuff in my vault from my other characters and also from this character that I collected along the way. So I'm going to try to level up this to max level and everything with the runes that I have. And get it pretty beefy. And we'll talk about weapons and new gear and everything else in the next episode. Hope you're excited, and I'll see you next time. Welcome to the finale of Season 11 of The Lord of the Rings Online. I have finished up here in Eregion, and behind me is the Doors of Durin leading into Moria, which will be the most epic season of this Lord of the Rings Online. I hope you're really excited. We do need to clean up a few things here in the deeds. In the season finale episode, I like to go over things in a systematic fashion. I like to go over virtues, class points, any new items I may be equipping, new titles, reputation factions if there are any. I like to get a new mount as well, and any other cleanup things that we need to do. The first thing you will notice is that I have a new cosmetic outfit. I wanted a more armored looking outfit heading into the Moria season, and I'm not the best with these design things. If you ever want to help me out by suggesting some outfits and things of that, I am always open to suggestions. I do like the Wigfeld cloak though. I think that looks really cool. And this is not just a cosmetic one, it's actually the Wigfeld cloak that I managed to get from a drop, I think, when I did the rift.
Oh, gracious me!
Anyways, I think this looks pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited about it. So let's get to the meat of the episode and talk about a few things. There's really not much to update as far as my virtues. I'm keeping the same offensive line traits here, so I can kill enemies fast in Moria. Nothing to change with the race traits, and I have no class points to spend, so nothing to change there. But the really exciting thing is that we finally were able to unlock legendary items in the last few episodes, and I spent some time maxing out a level 60 first age weapon for me to take with me into Moria. So right now, up until now, I have been using this spear here, and let's check out what I did with my legendary item.
Oh, gracious me!
Look at that bad boy. It is all maxed out. Let me pull up the legendary item panel and we can talk about it in a little bit more detail. I named my item RenaissanceGaming.net to kind of promote my series a little bit if anybody ever inspects me in game.
It's been a foul day, it has!
As a reminder, you can go to RenaissanceGaming.net/lotro.html, scroll down to the completionist checklist, and you can see all the quests and deeds that I have done in the game, which ones I'm going to have to come back to. And all that information is compiled from the Lotro wiki, so I'm making sure I hit everything, and this is truly a 100% playthrough. Anyways, let's talk about legendary items. So when you first get your legendary item, like I showed in previous episodes, you have to get it identified at a Forge Master, and then you can level it up. I had a bunch of runes in my vault, which I used to level up my item all the way to max, which is perfect. Now normally, you can only level up to 60, not 70, but there's an item that you can use called a Scroll of Delving. If you use that item, you will unlock an additional 10 levels, which
is this something I can do for you?
Here. The next thing you want to do with your legendary weapon is give it some of these stars. These will upgrade the base damage bonus, the DPS of your item, and also the base stats of it. In the case of the spear, it'll be the bleed. So the way you get these stars is you have to use starlit crystals on your items, and if you use 3 of them, you get all 3 stars, increasing the base DPS damage. So next up, you get some of the legacies. You can choose the legacies that go on your item as you level them up. In my case, I chose light damage, gambit life tap damage, spear gambit damage. I also put one there for just base agility, which is not the best. Ambush critical damage, and surety of death damage over time. I really like that one because I use this item a lot when dealing with multiple enemies. And then critical strike, critical damage. Those are the ones I went with. Again, this is not a perfect weapon for me. If you guys have any suggestions on what things I should focus on as a warden, I would love to hear it for my next legendary item. So the way that this works is that you get points to spend. As you can see, I've spent 826 and I only have 4 points to spend, and you can distribute them among the legacies and the DPS. The thing you absolutely must do is max out the DPS. So that's the first thing I do, and then I max out the legacies. Now it can be very expensive to level up the legacies, so what you need to do is you need to purchase or find or barter for things called Scrolls of Empowerment. You can use Scrolls of Empowerment to increase the rank of your legacies. As you can see, this is a tier 6 legacy, so I use plenty of Scrolls of Empowerment to get it all the way to tier 6. The higher the tier, the less amount of points you have to spend to level up that legacy. So that's one thing that is pretty important to do as well. The other item that you want to use on your legendary weapon is something called a Crystal of Remembrance. Normally, a legendary weapon only has room for 6 legacies, but you can see that I have a total of 7. If you use a Crystal of Remembrance, you will open up a 7th legacy, and that's how I was able to do that. So that's everything here about these legendary weapons, and you can see that most of these are all ranked up to max. I couldn't max out the agility or the ambush critical damage, but whatever. The next thing is up here. You will see some slots that you can equip things. You have a slot for a setting have a slot for a gem, and you have a slot for a rune. And as you can see, I have plenty of settings here from tier 1 all the way to tier 9. You can go to a Relic Master and do all sorts of things to empower these lower tier ones into higher tier ones. The max tier right now, I believe, is tier 10. I did not have enough relics to tier 10 settings just yet, but that's not too much of a problem. The difference between the tier 9 and tier 10 is not too great. So you can see right here my setting that I chose was a Riddermark setting of might, giving me 27 might and all this physical mastery, so that's pretty good. For the gem, I chose a red agate gem of dexterity, 27 agility, and almost 1200 critical rating. Finally, for the rune, I chose a rune of defense, increased incoming healing rating for when I'm using my healing gambits, and also almost 600 block rating, which is awesome. So once I level up more stuff and I get more settings, I'll eventually upgrade these to the tier 10 equivalents. You'll notice an empty slot here, and you need to craft your own in order to put it here, and you need to have a certain rank within the crafting guild. So I will show you a couple of things that I also did. I ranked up a lot of my woodworker and forester tiers here. I'm all the way up to Anorian. The reason I did that is so I can start making some of the max tier woodworking guild reputation items, so I can continue working on my reputation. But so far I'm pretty low, so I can't make this just yet. But it's not that big of a deal. I think the best thing I can put on here is like 10 stat points towards something for now. So once I'm able to do that, once I continue to increase my rank with the guild, I'll be able to do that. So let me actually show you my rank with them. So with the Woodworker Guild, I'm still an apprentice, and hopefully I will continue to level that up. So that's a lot of rambling about legendary weapons. But let me show you as I make the change. Look at this. So the DPS on the first stage is 71.2 DPS, whereas the weapon that I'm using now and have been using is 55.5. So that's going to make a huge difference, and you'll begin to see that as I show some of the Slayer deeds here later in this episode. You'll notice a giant jump in the damage. So let me equip this. And there we go. We are forever done with this crappy item. From now on, we will only be using legendary items. The other thing is that I can equip a secondary legendary item, and that will be a javelin. I don't have a legendary javelin just yet. I need to complete a few more quests just inside of here in order to be able to fully unlock those. So that's going to be something for the next season in Moria. I'll hopefully be able to get a first stage javelin to use as well. But that's enough for now.
Is there something I can do for you?
Let me actually show you my new title. Again, I'd like to get a new title pertaining to the season that I just finished. So here in Eregion, I helped out the Elves of Mirabel. So my new title is going to be Kip and Proudfeet, Protector of Mirabel. So let's finally talk about the deeds, the meat of the episode here. So there are many deeds. There are the exploration deeds, including Dens of the Beast. Protector of Eregion is a meta deed for completing a ton of other deeds in Eregion. Ring Lore, for finding a bunch of the Ring Lore. Ring Goes South is another exploration deed. That's another exploration deed. The Silent and Restless chain here is for completing quests. Then you got the Carbine Slayer, the Dunlending Slayer, Half-Fork Slayer. We got the Lizard and Crawler Slayer. We got the Wolf and Warg Slayer, who are captains for killing 7 captains here within Eregion. And then there is this Ridge Racer deed, which is a bit of a secret deed, and you'll see what I mean once I show you in just a few minutes. So let's actually go ahead and start by showing you some of the deeds. The first exploration deed is Dens of the Beasts, and the objective is to discover the layers of Eregion's wildlife. The first landmark is Toric Bregnell. You have discovered the den of boars known as Toric Bregnell. The next landmark is Toric Ladnell. You have discovered the den of boars known as Toric Ladnell. Next, there is Torek Bornagal. You have discovered the badger moot known as Torek Bornagal. The next landmark is the Burn Tor. Here was that the Company of the Ring fended off a pack of shadow wargs sent by Sauron to hunt down the One Ring. The wargs were at last driven off when Gandalf the Grey caused a powerful fire to blaze forth, a fire which ruined the wooded hilltop.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Next is Sad Umraval. You have discovered the Roost of Cribine, known as Sad Umraval. Next is Torek Androg. You have discovered the den of wolves and wargs known as Torek Androg. Finally, there is Ulundin. You have discovered the nest of lizards known as Ulundin. The next exploration deed is called the Ring Goes South, in which we are tasked with finding the important locations along the path of the Company of the Ring through Eregion. The first landmark is again the Burn Tor. Here it was that the Company of the Ring fended off a pack of shadow wargs sent by Sauron to hunt down the One Ring. The wargs were last driven off when Gandalf the Grey caused a powerful fire to blaze forth, a fire which ruined the wooden hilltop. Next is the Karadros campfire. It was here that the Company of the Ring set camp in the Redhorn Gate. Gandalf was forced to show forth his power to light the fire, revealing himself to all who had the ability to recognize it, putting the company in jeopardy. Next is the Cyrano Gate. This gateway leads up to Cyrano to the Hullen Gate. Next is the High Holen campsite. This campsite marks a place where the Company of the Ring stayed during their journey through Holen. A careless hobbit left his marks as well. Next is the Tal Kadadros campfire. The Company of the Ring rested here before continuing onto the Redhorn Gate. Sam Gamgee clearly took the opportunity to provide a fine meal for the company. The next exploration deed is the ruins of Eregion to find the ancient ruins along the landmark. First place is Gwingris. The sprawling ruins of Gwingris were once part of the elf realm of Eregion, until Eregion was raised by Sauron. Now Gwingris acts as the staging camp for Rivendell's forays against the White Hand. Next is Ekad Eregion. The current encampment of Ekad Eregion was once a waypost central to the cities of Eregion in ages past. Next is Ekad Mirabel. The forges at Mirabel were home to the smiths of the Great Rings, who were deceived by Sauron in ages past. Ekad Mirabel was established to prevent anyone from recovering the lost ring lore of Eregion, if it remained still.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Next is Dunan. Dane Ironfoot, king of the Lonely Mountain and the Iron Hills, has sent an expedition to retake Moria, but the ways of the Holland Gate are treacherous. Dwarves and elves alike have established a camp of Dunan to claim those paths once more. Next is Pembar. Pembar was once a stronghold of the Noldor of Eregion. Now it lies in ruin, overrun by Saruman's half-orc. Finally, there's Barad Morlas. At the height of Eregion, Barad Morlas was a major city and stronghold of the Noldor, but it fell into shadow when Sauron destroyed Eregion. The next deed is actually a bit of a secret deed, as I would like to call it. It's called Ridge Racer, and if you come to around these coordinates over here, you will see this mountain, and you have to race along the ridges here. Very precarious path, and if you manage to successfully do so, you get the deed. This jump here is probably the hardest, but if you make it to this little ledge, you can kind of follow the angle here and stay on the ridge and just make your way across. We're headed to that tower all the way off in the distance. And from here, it's pretty safe for the most part. There's only a few more jumps that I have to get through, like this one right here. Alright, we're good. And then as soon as I get to this plane, we are set. There we go. And then as soon as you reach this little tower, the deed unlocks. Pretty interesting one, and pretty easy one to miss if you don't know about it. Plus you can also enjoy the view from up here. It's pretty nice. So next up, we have a deed called the Ring Lore of Eregion. You can pick up some ring lore on the floor and from enemies. Here in Pembar, at around this location, you will find the crumbling pages of ring lore. Next up, if you head over here to Barad Morlas, you will find the fragile pages of ring lore, and they should be lootable around right here.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Next, over here in Mirabel, you should be able to find the brittle pages of ring lore. And they will be in this rubble right here. They kind of disappear after you interact with them. That's why they're not showing up on this recording. Because
I hope you will pardon the mess. I have had so few visitors lately.
For me to pick up on screen. So here in Gwingris, all the way at the back left corner, you will find the delicate pages of ring lore. Once you've picked up these four, there's actually two more that you actually get from drops. So the worn pages of ring lore and the moldering pages of ring lore you get from enemies, dunlendings or half-orcs. So that's that deed right there. Next up, we do have the Slayer deeds, beginning with the Krebine Slayer. You can do it over here towards the northern part of the map. You could also do the, I believe it's the library, or maybe the school. I want to say library. If you do the library, there's some Krebine over there that you can run in and out of that instance and kill them several times, but I think this is easier. There's a good concentration of Krebine over here, north of the road of Penderegion. Next up, we got the Dunlending Slayer. There's plenty of places that you can do this at, but I like this little camp right here because they're kind of bunched up a little bit closer together. For somebody who has AoEs, this tends to work very well in my opinion.
I wrote a petition to keep Bingo from going on this foolish adventure.
Next up, there is the half-orc slayer. You can do this in Pembar, although I don't think there's too many half-orcs there. I certainly prefer Barad Morlas, where I am right here. I think this is definitely the best spot for it.
How do you do?
Next up, there is the Lizard and Crawler Slayer, and I prefer to do it at this cave over here at the Walls of Moria. If you remember, some of the expedition quests
Will
are
you
over
look
here,
at this?
so there's
What
good concentration
sweet
of them
neighbors
here.
I have.
So this is the Brackwater Cave near the Walls of Moria. There's a pretty good route you can follow and just kill a ton of these. Now remember, worms as in the crawlers, they also count for this deed. So finally, there is the Warg and Wolf Slayer deed, and the Burnt Tor is the best place to do this. There's no wolves here, but there are plenty of wargs to go around, so this is my recommended spot for this Slayer deed.
What is this?
The next
I
deed
will write
is
another
called
petition.
Uruk Captains of Eregion, in which you have to find and defeat 6 Uruk leaders in Eregion. Some of these are tied to quests, and you may have seen me do them throughout the previous episodes in this season, but here I am recycling that footage so you can have it nice and concise.
The journey
here.
is so
The
close
first
now.
Uruk is Logon. The Uruk Logon was sent
The
to
day
Glad
has
Urag with a
finally
company of witch
arrived.
wolves to bring the forest beneath the white hand of Saruman. The next Uruk is Faldush. Faldush is a warlord of a strange and powerful breed of orc who serves Saruman the White, the Urukai. The next enemy is Shatalgtar. Shatalgtar, a warlord of the Urukai, once led the forces of the White Hand at Borad Morlas. Next is Pizumu the Spymaster. The defeat of Pizumu the Spymaster will greatly hinder Saruman's efforts in Eregion. Next is Gamzurm, Lord of Porth Cadlus. Gamzurm, the Uruk, is the driving force behind the Dunningdings who occupy the encampment at Porth Cadlus. It is the fear of this beast that keeps them from returning to their home. Next is Akashpug, chief of Tar Stazg. The half-orcs at Tar Stazg will fall into disarray without the leadership of Akashpug. Finally, there is Rakuga the Tracker. Rakuga was the leader of the scouts of Saruman seeking after the One Ring in Eregion. His death will be a mighty blow to the White Hand. Now there is one deed here in Eregion that I was not able to do and I'm going to have to come back to at a later time. That deed is called Exploration from Top to Bottom, and there are some hidden ruins here in Eregion which I have not shown you yet because you need to actually be in Volume 3 to be able to go in there. There's an exploration deed associated with those ruins and I'll eventually come back and do that. You may remember, I think one of the episodes
I think I
there was
forgot
this
something.
Roman aqueduct looking structure and I tried to go inside of it and it said I did not have the corresponding quest. That's basically where that deed is. I will have to come back to it. Next up, I like to talk about the reputation factions in an area. In a region, there are none. There are certain things that you can do around here that will increase your reputation with the Elves of Rivendell, but I'm already kindred with them. There's no specific faction here in a region. So finally, you may have noticed this here in the corner. I wanted to show you guys something. I got some fan mail. This one is nothing. The only reason I made this is so this would pop up for me. Anyways, one of our frequent watchers of the series, his name is Tom, he sent me this very nice mail, so let me actually read it out for you guys. Dear Mr. Kippen, thank you for keeping us at the Cook's Guild entertained with your tales of adventure. Some of the younger members have been talking seriously about following in your footsteps by organizing a group walk from the guild house to Needleholm. All pretty exciting, I can tell you. We have decided to award you the title of Breakfast Connoisseur. To qualify, you must eat the enclosed snacks. It will take about 30 minutes to complete this task, but we recommend eating them all in one sitting because experience has shown that people tend to lose count and fail the test otherwise. Regards, Tum and Thord. A hidden deed giving a title, good luck, don't lose count. So that's very cool, and it kind of introduces the fact that there are hidden deeds here in the Lord of the Rings Online game. One of them, the Breakfast Connoisseur, you can unlock by eating all of these items here. You don't have a certain time limit that you have to eat them in, and you can eat them in multiple sittings.
I hope it's
like
not
our
a
friend
bother.
Tom has
May I
recommended,
speak with
you
you?
won't lose count if you eat them all together. So, I'll go ahead and do that. Thank you, Tom. I really appreciate it. That is very kind of you. I really enjoyed the mail. Finally, the last thing before I head into Moria is I like to go into a new season with a new mount. Now, you may remember from the Lord of the Rings movies that the mines are no place for a pony, even ones brave as Bill, so we cannot use ponies in the Mines of Moria. We can, however, use goats. And I have a few. I have some from the Thorinthal Reputation, but I have this one from the treasure hunting event, the treasure-laden goat, which I think is really cool. So I think I'm going to be using him. And look how cool he is. And actually, if you ride around with him, you'll kind of see some coins flying out occasionally at you. So it's really cool, and that's the mount that I'm going to be using. So that's actually going to do it for the season finale here. I will be heading into Moria, but before I do so, I'm going to take Mr. Tum up on his offer, and I am going to eat all of these items to unlock the Breakfast Connoisseur title and hidden deed. This is going to take forever, so I'm going to do some editing while I do this, and I will see you guys when it's done, and then we'll head into Moria. You can skip around in the video if you don't want to watch this part. I wouldn't blame you. And he personally cooked all of these, it looks like. Time for third breakfast here. My hobbit is just stuffing his face. Oh my god, so much food. Can't handle it anymore. My hobbit is passing out from all the eating. It's just too much food. By the way, since I'm doing this, I figured it would actually be important to show you what you need to eat to complete the deed. So you need to eat 9 complete hobbit breakfasts. You need to eat 9 delicious crispy bacons.
Please
9
leave me
Hobbiton
to my
omelets,
sorrow.
And 9
Might I
eggs
trouble you for
and
some
onions.
help?
If you eat all of those, that's how you unlock that hidden title and hidden deed. And I'm making some progress here. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yum. My god, that's a lot of food. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Please, no more. Can't do it. This hobbit's gonna be dead before he can get into Moria if he keeps eating. Alright, here we go, guys. The last one. Finishing out with a Hobbiton omelet. And there we go. Completed breakfast expert. Title awarded. Kipper Browfeed Breakfast Connoisseur. Sweet. And I completed the deed. Breakfast expert. Nice. Alright, so thank you again, Tom, for that tidbit there. It's time. Shall we go in? I think we shall. Let's walk into the Mines of Moria. Thank you for another great season. The next one will be the best one yet. I'll see you there.
but one choice. We must face the long, dark morning. Be on your guard. There are older and fouler things than orcs in the deep places of the world.
Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. I'm here at the Prancing Pony in Bree, and over the next few episodes I'm going to be doing some special quests. The Farmer's Market is in town, or the Farmer's Fair I should say, and I'm going to be trying to do all of the quests and deeds associated with that. I may need to come back and finish up a few things during the Farmer's Fair of next year, but I'll try my best. So we begin with a message here. Travel to the festival announcer in Bywater to learn more about the annual Farmer's Fair. The hobbits of the Shire are celebrating the summer's bounty with food and drink, fishing and hunting for eggs and mushrooms in the nearby farmyard. Let's go ahead and do that. We can finish this. Ready yourself for travel to experience this year's Farmer Fair. Hurry and join the festivities. Excellent. So now I am also leveling up legendary weapons, by the way. Interesting. About time, huh? So let me use this map to Bywater, and we'll begin with the festival. Should be fun, and I'm probably going to level up to 63 during the next few episodes, maybe even this one. Alright, so we're here in Bywater. There's plenty of quest rings, as you can see. A tour of the Farmer's Fair. Let me actually get a little bit more information about it. Tell me about the Farmer's Fair. The Farmer's Fair is a wonderful festival that celebrates the hardworking farmers in the Shire. This is the time of the year when the crops are ripening and many of us are preparing for the fall harvest. Folks come from all over to try the egg scramble, mushroom hunt, horse races, and the rest. Bywater is where you start if you want to participate in the fun. I have a hankering for eggs. Oh, me too. Have you got any? No? Oh, well, you should go catch some of Sanson's egg scramble. Just head over to Sanson's farm east of the Delvings. Oh, joy. I heard there would be mushrooms. You heard correctly. Mushrooms always grow in the Farmer's Maggot farm away off in the Maurice at Banferlung. I don't think Farmer Maggot likes it much when folk go nosing after his mushrooms, though. I hear some wild tales about those dogs of his. Oh, joy. Is there a horse race? Why, of course there is. Just go down to the racetrack outside of Mickle Delving House neighborhoods, or to the Horsefield Festival grounds in Bree. Good luck. Hooray. I'm here for the fishing. You've come to the right place. Head north to the Bywater Pond, and you'll find a number of angler types milling about. Sounds thrilling. Got any news for me? I heard that Ted Sandyman was courting Rosie Cotton. I don't think she likes him, though. Rosie Cotton, of course, being Sam's future wife.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
So you are here for the Farmer's Fair, are you? I'd be happy to send you along on a tour route so that you can become familiar with the events. There is much so to do. You want to begin by speaking with Mayor Whitfoot in Bywater Center. This is likely his very favorite festival of the year, so he can tell you a great deal. But there's Bounderboff in here. Kippen, hello. Are you out of trouble at the Farmer's Fair? Of course you are. You wouldn't sink to the level that those dreadfully misbehaved partygoers. If you're looking for something to do, would you help me make some rounds about the fair? Some of the folk had too much to drink and must be reprimanded for bad behavior and being a public nuisance. Alright, so I have to accuse drunkards, and I have to leave the sober partygoers alone.
Oh, woe is me.
So, I think
Might I
have
trouble
to
you for some help?
check out some of these hobbits. I don't know. We'll see. Let me speak with the mayor, though.
What do you need?
Hello, Kippen. I'm glad to see you took time away from your adventures to come sample the Shire's finest victuals at the Farmer's Fair. Oh my, but I do love this festival. I could eat all day. I hear there's some exciting fishing to be done at Bywater's Pond. Now if you'll pardon me, I must tuck in. Alright, so looks like he's been enjoying the food rather a lot lately. Yeah, he's stuffing his face. My god.
Might I speak with you a moment?
What a feast this is. The Farmer's Fair is my favorite festival of the year, Kippen. I insist upon tasting every food that is offered at the market. The problem is sometimes I sample something rather alarming and need a relief. Will you help me? So I need to bring the mayor something to relieve him, and do not bring the mayor something wrong. So I think I have to wait for him to eat something here, if I am not mistaken. So let's give him a moment to stuff his face. Or maybe not. I thought we just had to kind of wait for him to eat. Guys is all dressed up for the fair. Alright, there he goes. He's eating something. Just needs a dab of something. I think that refers to needing butter. Now the question is, where do I get that? Right here, I believe. So let's get some butter. There you go. I have relieved the mayor. Excellent. So I guess I just have to repeat this a few times, and I may do a little bit of fast forwarding in between. It's missing a little something. So again, that's going to be salt. If it's missing a little something, it's salt. But if it needs a touch of something, that's butter. There you go. And you know what? Instead of fast forwarding this, I'll kind of check out some of these party goers. I have to reprimand the drunk ones, and I think that they say certain things, and depending on what they say, you know if they're drunk or if they're not. See, like that guy says bad Maggins instead of mad Baggins, so I can reprimand him. Goodness, I didn't know I was so drunk. I will have to behave better. That was a passable meal, I suppose. And let's see, I think I need to give him nothing. So there's nothing to bring him for that. I burped, pardon me. So that is a fair thing to say. So that one does not need reprimanding. So I'll keep an eye out. A beautiful day to celebrate the harvest. Blue skies. I missed what he said. Blue skies and green grass as far as the eye can see, and the smell of fresh picked vegetables. I made a daring trip to Farmer Maggot's field to taste munchroom or two. So that's kind of off, so I'll accuse this drunkard. Why, yes, I did have a little bit too much ale. And I missed what he said. Ouch, too much pepper. So he needs some milk. Give him some milk. There you go. I like that I just throw it on him.
Woe is me.
The fair doesn't hold. Ugh, I can't see. Everything is overlapping. My god. So he said the same thing about bad Maggins.
Please, stay a
Farmers
moment.
judge local pigs. That sounds about right. Let's see what the mayor's up to. Ouch, too much pepper. So we need the milk again. May the hair on your toes grow thick and curly. That sounds about right. If anybody else is gonna speak out of line here. Fred doesn't hold a candle to old Mad Baggins. Farmers judge the local pig. Ate a mushroom or two. Sounds all about right. Everybody seems to be behaving. Fresh licked vegetables. See, that's not right. But I can't click her anymore. That was a fine dish to be eaten without accompaniment. So I think he needs some wine. There we go. Anyone who told me Gasper's taters weren't as big as his own. Sounds right. Made the toes in your hair grow
What
thick and
do you
curly. That
need?
doesn't make sense. So this guy's
Could I
obviously
take a
drunk.
moment of your time?
Yo. He's eating here. Something tart will do nicely right now. And let's see. That's probably gonna be some wine again. Let's take the wine. And if you don't know, you can watch what other people are doing. So I have relieved the mayor.
Is there something I can do?
That meal really hit the spot, Kippen. If you hadn't been there to help me fetch what I needed, I don't think I would be half as content as I am right now. Has anyone ever told you that you're really not a bad sort of hobbit? Alright, excellent. So I've got a deed here. Farmer's Fair. Okay. So lots of work to do there. Beautiful day to celebrate, blue skies and green grass as far as the eye can see, and the smell of fresh picked vegetable. Let's see. Farmers judge the local pigs. Sounds right. Just need to accuse 3 more of these. Fresh licked vegetables. He's still drunk. It's hard to see this because it's all weird. I burped, ha ha ha. So that's shouldn't be funny, so let's reprimand her. You only need 1 more. Mayor never stops eating and discussing the display, but reminds me I am rather hungry. Where is Slupper? Oh, I was too late. Somebody clicked him before I was able to. So I guess you gotta beat people to it as well, which is somewhat frustrating. Fresh picked vegetables. Sounds right to me. Mad Baggins. Sounds right.
Hello
I
there.
can't see who's saying what. May the hair on your toes. Sounds right. Pardon me on the burp. Where's Slupper? Should be supper. This lady's drunk. There you go. I accused everybody. Let's go talk with the bounder yet again. Should be able to finally complete this quest.
It's been a foul day, it has.
My thanks to you, Kippen. You are a great help. We bounders are always a bit overworked. Why, I couldn't even take my afternoon nap yesterday. And it looks like my legendary items are ready to be reforged. Which is frustrating. That's the frustrating thing about legendary items. You always gotta interrupt what you're doing to go reforge them. I'm not gonna bother, honestly. I'm just gonna keep playing the festival here. Where are those simpletons? The other sellers have disappeared, surely to go off and enjoy the fair. I will have their hides if they dare to show their faces after all these hours. I'm short of hands, Kippen, as you can surely see. Would you be so kind as to help me? There are many orders to be filled. I gotta help all these customers in 15 minutes. Apples, please. Hello, I need apples and a good number of them as well. Please get to work right away. The crate is somewhere behind your stall there. Move along now. We do not have all day. So 3 green, 6 red, and 1 golden. guess I just gotta keep clicking this. Kinda weird. Do one more red apple. Go. There you are. Thank you, Kippen. That customer was growing restless. I will get the order to her. I just need to find a bag. And I leveled up. Excellent. Level 63. Mushroom stew, please. One large bowl. Thank you. And make it fresh. The hobbit stares at you expectantly, looking as he might attempt to eat anything in sight if you keep him waiting too long. Search for the recipe for savory mushroom stew. Where would that be? The recipe can be found near the oven in Bywater. Where is the oven? Let me get on my horse. Ah, there's that recipe. I don't see where it is, but there we go. Read the recipe to find the first ingredients. Package of beef in the meat stall, handful of salt, bowl full of water, bunch of fresh carrots, large slab of bacon, large bunches of mushroom. That's a lot of stuff I gotta find. I don't know where any of it is. Let me get on my horse. Meat stall, handful of salt from the cooking area. I really don't know where any of this is. Let me come up here. Looks like that's all fishing stuff. I'm really super lost. Let's just be honest. Wow. I can't even find one ingredient. How am I gonna find all of them? Alright, so there's the well, at least. I guess I'm not able to select things.
Ah, there you are, my traveling companion.
I really don't understand. It says try the well. I'm right by the well. This is very confusing.